I said no. Let me get the scan from my scan server first. I think that one's more important.
Okay. I mean, Infinity was blowing parents back. Okay, bro.
You can't tell me I'm lying.
I need to debate for D tier. Just debate someone in D tier.
Me and Infinity had
This
parrot
nigga
making
asked for
bird
easier.
sounds.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
That's unheard of, bro. What the fuck?
Yo, Focus. Me and
And
Infinity was
one.
getting busy on parrot's
Hey,
booty cheeks, bro.
first
Harley
scan.
Quinn's.
This would first
Wait,
scan that helps
Shaggy,
support this
what?
is that the issues
Oh,
name
my
is
bad.
really
Okay.
that she destroys the DC continuity.
Okay.
That's the first supporting evidence.
Okay. Okay? First of all, what's a continuity?
A continuity would be basically the universe in the situation. So when we have
The
continuity,
universe?
yeah, like the whole verse of DC.
The entire DC verse?
Yeah, a continuity by itself. I guess get a general definition for it.
Would this include the omnipotent beings inside of the verse?
Okay, that what makes you think there's an omnipotent being in there?
I mean, there's multiple statements. For example, Elaine Bellick is stated to be omnipotent.
She's not omnipotent. She's not omnipotent, but
she's not.
I
Why?
guess. What do you mean? Why it says she's not omnipotent?
I mean, I can send you a actual statement of it.
Hold up, I'm just gonna get a definition for
omnipotent in this scenario would mean she can do anything or she's absolute.
All right, yeah. So basically, a continuity is just like it says the unbroken and consistent existence of over a period of time, right? Of something. So obviously, DC has existed since like the 1960s, I think. So obviously, the continuity of DC would date back all the way to the first issue of any DC comic, right?
Is she from DC?
Well, no, she's a DC character.
Okay, so you said she destroyed. So you're basically just okay. So
all right, if you're gonna try to,
you're saying no. I'm not gonna say that. I know what you think I'm gonna say. Okay, so you're saying she destroyed, or she's the strongest in DC.
Mm-hmm. She destroyed everything within DC, so she would be the strongest.
Okay. What is okay? We don't see them being destroyed or killed. We just see them.
Bro, fuck it. I don't know if you weren't listening, but what I said was that this is the first piece of supporting evidence to lead to that, right? I said that even the issue itself is called that. It's called that Harley Quinn destroys the DC continuity. That's what I said.
Okay. Right? Before you move on, you provide more supporting evidence. What would that mean? Yeah, okay, so you're aware there's omnipotent or being said to be omnipotent in the verse, right?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and show me that. Even if they are labeled as omnipotent, I don't think that really matters. It doesn't have any
relevance. What?
It doesn't have any relevance.
You said wait. You said her being able to destroy somebody who's omnipotent has no relevance?
Yeah, if somebody's omnipotent in that verse, it really doesn't hold any relevance. And I'll explain why.
Wait.
I'll give a statement.
Sure.
Wait. Who is D1 talking about, bro?
What is he saying?
Oh, he's talking about Shinra.
Okay, here you go. Elaine Bellick is said to be omnipotent, and it's pretty consistent. After she gained Presence's powers.
Okay, let me read it.
And replace.
Nigga, you need some fucking water, Quince.
Nigga, no, I lost my voice. That's what happened.
Oh my god. You're like, it sounds like the Sahara Desert. Like,
okay, yeah. If she gains the presence power and she's omnipotent, I really don't care. It doesn't really
wait.
By scaling in this situation.
Oh.
But the reason why it doesn't really affect the situation at all is because in this situation, I know what you're probably gonna say. You're probably gonna say, "Oh, well, she's all powerful," and then Harley Quinn beats her. No. How is that? How is she actually break all of continuity? That's just an assumption I'm making. But the easiest route against that is just that this statement in itself, it just wouldn't be necessarily true, because if we see something contradicting that, then she wouldn't truly be omnipotent. She can, she can be omniscient.
Wait, you disagreed she's omnipotent.
I said even if she is in this situation, it doesn't really matter because it could just be contradicted. That's what I said.
You said no.
It can get contradicted by a later event. So basically,
I know what you're saying, but
character
this nigga
A
talks
is
forever.
omnipotent or stated to be omnipotent in event A, and then later along the lines of event D, we've realized that there's some type of contradiction to event A. That we would take that into basically consideration, and we would say that event A is no longer valid. So for
You're
that time,
precogging my argument. You're just talking
no,
for
I'm
like
not.
20 minutes straight. Yes, you are. You're
I'm
precogging what I'm
explaining.
gonna say.
I was
You don't even
explaining
know my
rebuttal.
argument.
I didn't.
I didn't
precog
give
it.
rebuttal to what? I didn't make an argument yet.
No, you said that. Well, you agree that she's omnipotent, so then I'm rebuttaling that by saying,
You
well,
no,
I'm
you
agreeing that
you
she's
did agree she's omnipotent.
Okay, but I'm saying I'm agreeing she's omnipotent for that moment. But if we have an event later along the lines, like event D, which would contradict event A,
that's not possible.
then we have no reason to basically take into belief that the event A is necessarily true.
Bro, you talk too damn much. Okay, anyways, bro, nigga, you've been talking for 30 fucking minutes. Anyways, so you said she can be omnipotent for this time. I don't think that somebody being if you agree that she is omnipotent at a point in time, and then you're saying that something happens that contradicts it, something contradicting that would be in this case, you stating that she was killed. This isn't even a actual statement saying that she harmed Elaine Bellick herself. I'm just like putting this continuity statement into question by saying, would this also harm people like Elaine Bellick, right? So it's not even a direct contradiction to her being omnipotent yet. But if you were to agree she's omnipotent, that would make her absolute, meaning that she can never be destroyed. So if you're saying she is omnipotent and then she isn't after, or her omnipotence gets taken away, or she gets killed by something, then that's just a contradiction to what you were originally saying. Because again, if you were to say that she is omnipotent or agree to it, and to say that your character can kill her, meaning she's not omnipotent, that's again just a contradiction, right? Because a character who's omnipotent cannot just be not omnipotent.
Okay, yeah,
or destroyed.
I see what you're saying, Focus, but you know what epistemic contradiction is, right? The contradiction.
An epistemic contradiction.
An epistemic contradiction. A contradiction that happens within our knowledge, right?
Go ahead and explain that.
The way I'm gonna argue this is that basically what we have here is an epistemic contradiction. So to our knowledge, we believe that Elaine Bellick was omnipotent, but then later along the lines, when Harley Quinn, when I finished proving this, destroys the DC continuity, and it contradicts our knowledge, our previous knowledge upon her being, omnipotent. We can safely say that she was never omnipotent to begin with. It's just an epistemic contradiction.
Wait. That's what's in. No. Okay, that's begging the question because you're. You're presupposing that Harley Quinn actually was able to harm her in the first place.
Okay, so you just didn't listen to the argument. I said once
I did listen. Okay, you said once you proved it. Okay, go ahead and prove that she was able to harm Elaine Bellick.
Right?
Prove she harmed Elaine Bellick. Go ahead.
Attention. So I'll go. All right, yeah. So once I prove that she defeats all the DC continuity, obviously Elaine Bellick herself is a part of the DC continuity. She has issues.
Can you prove that?
Within DC. All right, I'm not finna debate you. Gonna start ratting and doing all this bullshit.
That's not ratting. You made an assertion.
Yes, it is, because you already established earlier that she is from DC, because you said, well, there's omnipotent beings in DC. So now you're just being disingenuous by saying, oh, well, can you prove she's from DC? I'm
she's from Vertigo.
Sit up here and rat with you right now, bro.
She's from Vertigo.
Huh?
She's from Vertigo.
Yeah, Vertigo is connected to DC. Everybody knows that.
Okay, prove that.
Okay, and I don't even have to, because you already
if it's okay, is Vertigo entirely connected to DC?
You can't make a bunny hole out of this because you've already agreed she's from DC. Argued earlier.
Okay, cool. She can be connected to the DC verse, but is she entirely connected to the DC verse? For example, we know there's contradictions.
Partly connected or not, as long as she's connected to the DC universe in some way, then it still goes through that she destroyed Elaine.
Wait, why?
What do you mean? Why? Do you know how aspects work and how?
Wait, because there's contradictions from Vertigo to DC, right?
Obviously, like for example, a character can be in fan fiction, but if they die in their main continuity where an author, writes about her,
that isn't analogous. Anyway, let me explain somehow. There's a You talk too damn much. All right, so there's contradictions between DC and Vertigo.
Okay. Can you name these contradictions, please?
Sure. I don't know if you remember the scan. It's the one Jesse used to use for a Superman scale. It said that there was this one nigga who breathed all duality and created everything.
Okay.
Okay, so you remember that? Okay, cool. So that guy apparently created everything, but it was also stated that the presence was the creator of everything.
Okay, why didn't the presence just create him and then he create duality? It could just be a causal chain.
No, it's stated that that guy literally came from nothing and then created duality and created the entire.
Okay, and then why can't the presence be?
Wait, you think something? Well, you think that if there is a verbatim statement of a character being born from nothing at all, creating all dual systems, and creating verbatim the entire verse, that something can come before it? Hello? Quintz.
Went to go drink some water. You have to wait.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, Reaper. I do agree
All right,
that.
my fault.
Okay.
My mom had called me. My fault. My fault.
Bro, you
But
sound like an old ass man.
Oh my god. Wait, okay, hold on. Wait, Quince. So are you gonna just try to scale DC?
Am I gonna try to scale DC? Technically I am, because I'm gonna scale the characters within DC as well.
Okay, cool. We're just gonna be sitting here ratting about Vertigo. So how about this? How about you just prove that she is stronger or has all the abilities or skills above every character in DC, every single character, and then we can argue off
easy.
of that.
That's easy. All I gotta do
Because this shit's gonna be ratty about Vertigo and DC.
Yep, all I gotta do is prove the continuity shit. So let me go to it. What? Okay. Hey, go get her an orange, Owen. They're in the what's it called, the fridge. Like, what the fuck, are you retarded?
Hey, boy, you don't talk to your mama like that. Watch your goddamn mouth.
You're a troll. That's my little brother, bro.
Oh, never mind. Fuck.
Yo, Quince.
What's up?
This nigga said, "Welcome to D1 Notorious Block List."
Yo, Quince, do you think Parrot is cute too?
Who?
Parrot.
I don't really have an opinion on that. What?
You better have an opinion. Say yes. Have you seen him in his maid
The only
outfit?
debate I've seen him do recently is him versus Reaper, and we all know what happened in that debate. So I have no reason.
Yeah, Reaper got his and got dicked down from the back.
Okay, let me go to scans one.
Okay.
Okay, here's one scan. I'm getting more. So before you try to make an argument and saying I didn't prove anything, I'm getting other scans. Just clarifying.
Okay. Is that the DC continuity right there with that hat on?
DC content. I'm pretty sure the thing with the hat is like a representation of it, but there's literally a part where all of it gets sucked in. So I'm gonna send that. Let me go to my photos and get it.
If that's the DC continuity itself, then isn't that inside of? Okay, it's represent. Okay, so she's killing a representation of the DC continuity inside of DC continuity itself.
So you're not listening once again. I said that literally there's a comic panel where everything is black, and literally it's Harley Quinn trying to recover all of the continuity. I don't know why you just like attacking these without understanding.
Okay, bro. Okay, send the scans then.
I'm gonna read this now. Hey, I'm on Dre just like my auntie. Where the fuck is it? Hold on. What? I'm working on it. Chill. Okay. I'm just going to my scan server. I think it's in there.
Nigga, who are you arguing with in the background?
That's my little sister.
Wait, so is that
I just shitty.
I'm just asking. Hold on, I'm just asking a question. So is that representation of the DC continuity like represent all DC characters?
All of DC characters, it would. I mean, you could say that, I guess.
Like it would like have all their abilities, knowledge.
I mean, this question itself is just redundant because we see her take out everybody in there, which is why it's a blank space of like darkness.
Okay. I'm just asking you first, like what I'm asking what this DC continuity guy is. That's like I'm just asking about this real quick.
Did this game? I just recovered it. Like what the fuck?
We can go scan by scan. I just want to talk about what the fuck this guy even is.
Let me images DMs because I know I have the issue there. I can just get it from that.
Continuity strength. So he is the continuity. So if he's the continuity, he should include. That scared the shit out of me. If he's the continuity, he should include everybody in the continuity, which would obviously mean he has all their scaling abilities, knowledge, etc.
Okay,
let's see.
And like, bro, focus. I don't know if you're like not listening.
Okay, are you dropping that scan? Then you just don't want me to attack it at all.
I'm looking for it. I had to go on the
Okay, so do you drop the first scan?
No, why would I drop the first scan?
Okay, I'm gonna keep on attacking it. Oh my god. Okay,
I told you there's no point in attacking it if I'm sending extra scans.
I'm going scan by scan. I'm not about to address 5 fucking scans.
Going scan by scan doesn't do anything.
Also, I think there's a contradiction in this. So if this guy is or represents the DC continuity or is the DC continuity, then I feel like that would mean he would contain all the characters in the continuity, have all their abilities, all their scaling.
Bro, what is up with this shit, bro?
Okay, so
relax, like fuck.
If this guy has all of their scaling hacks, abilities, knowledge, and all that, that should make him. Okay,
I'm telling you, you're arguing uselessly right now.
I'm just telling you what I think of this character. So if he is supposed to include everybody in the continuity, you just agreed he should have all their scaling and hacks. Why isn't Harley Quinn included?
Why isn't Harley Quinn included? Because in this situation, once again, I just said it represents the continuity, right? Although all really Harley Quinn does herself is she basically separates herself, or she separates herself from all characters. So when we talk about continuities, we're talking about all characters external to her, obviously, because she's the one that destroys it. That's what the issue itself is about. Okay, let me try to get this scan because this shit's I can't.
Wait, no. The whole continuity should just include everything that has been written by DC Comics. Like, for example,
I just
the
told
Vertigo
you
thing you were talking about.
Did I not just say the rebuttal to that? Are you just gonna repeat the same?
No. You're saying that the rebuttal is only talking about the characters and that she's external to the characters, right? So if she's still being written down, or if she's still if this comic about her is being is made by DC, right? DC Comics, then she is a part of the continuity. So this is a separate continuity than the actual DC continuity, as I've just shown. You can say she's external to this one. Cool, she's external to this random DC continuity, but she's obviously not external to the actual DC continuity.
Okay, so that argument was just like retarded. I don't know.
Why is it retarded?
Okay, so I'm gonna rebuttal that pretty easily. So basically, if the issue itself and the title of the issue talks about how she destroys the continuity, right? And basically would include all characters. If the issue's focusing on her, it's not a contradiction for them to leave her out of the continuity just for the sake of the issue and for the narrative. It's something called narrative causation, right? So narrative causation is something that happens for only the narrative purposes, right? So if the narrative purpose, if the narrative's purpose is she destroys everybody in DC and she's the only one left, if she recovers all the continuity right after that, then it's perfectly fine for that to happen, and there's really no contradiction to that at all.
Okay, but that doesn't refute the point that this DC continuity, or I'm not even saying that all the characters, or I'm not really asserting that all the characters aren't inside this shown DC continuity, but obviously it's not the actual DC continuity. We can establish that, right?
Prove that there's more than one continuity for me real quick, because when I established it earlier, you didn't really contend this, but I said that basically the continuity itself establishes way back from when DC is first made in the 90s. right? And you didn't show any contention with that. So how would there be multiple continuity?
That's not okay. I never claimed. No, you're not understanding. Okay, listen. Like, just you get so defensive and like, just calm down. Calm down. So I said. So I said that since she's in this comic, you already agreed this is her comic made by DC, then she would be in the actual DC continuity. But this representation, this dude with the hat, this wouldn't actually be the continuity itself, right?
Okay, why?
Why? Because then she would be included in it.
Oh, okay. So you just didn't listen to my other argument then about narrative causation.
I did listen to your argument. No. You said the narrative thing. That okay? You're saying that just for the narrative, she isn't. Yeah, okay. She still has a narrative, meaning that she should be inside of this continuity.
No, that doesn't
help your point. Yes, it does. The fuck?
Oh, it doesn't.
So if she has a narrative and her narrative is made by DC for this to happen, for it to quote unquote destroy this continuity is being represented by this dude with the hat, right? Then she still is a part of the continuity. She's destroying the continuity that's represented by this dude in the hat. And this dude in the hat, I'm gonna guess, would just represent whatever the fuck. That's what we can talk about.
Really, she's using a notebook, right? That notebook she's using is what she's using to help obviously destroy all DC. And
where's that?
It's in the scan. Like, what did you not see?
You mean the second scan? I thought we were going scan by scan. I'm just trying to talk about what this guy is.
Oh my god! So you're still on that first scan after I sent the second one?
Yep.
I swear this nigga's slow.
Okay, so you don't want to go scan by scan? That's cool. I'll just dismiss the first scan.
Read the second one. It said where did everybody go?
Okay, cool. I'll dismiss the first one.
It's all up to me.
Okay.
All I got is Meredith paper and pencil. What was John Ballard about how this all happened? Meredith was my biggest fan. She put her love onto this paper and out into the world.
Okay, so one, dropping the first scan, cool. The second scan.
The first
okay,
scan.
Yes, you did. Okay, we can go back to arguing the first scan. It doesn't coincide with anything.
I think obviously the first scan coincides with the second.
No, it doesn't.
Obviously, yes, it does.
How?
Because it's a separate, aka a sequence of. So obviously that came before the skin I'm sitting at. And at least
it doesn't contend my point that she is still in the DC continuity, and this is a different representation.
Oh my god, I've already contended that. I said that
you contended it by the narrative thing. No, that's not a contention. No, I can go ahead. I already explained.
Conclusions because you haven't contended narrative causation at all, and why is it?
Yes, I have. I said. You haven't. Do you want me to restate my contention?
You said you said the argument that she's a part of DC continuity. If she erased all of DC continuity, then would she be erasing herself? And to which rebuttal was that? Well, no, the issue focuses on her and her destroying the continuity. If this is the case, then we have events that happen strictly because of the narrative. So obviously, she would be the only one left in DC, right? And all the rest of the continuity is destroyed, right? So if this is the case, and DC is destroyed, and she's the only one left, and she brings it all back, that tells you that with the narrative flow,
wait, she brings it all back. Wait, you didn't justify that yet. We can talk about that after.
Causation, and then her and where does it all line at? Where's your rebuttal line at?
Wait, one. Shut up, bitch. I'm gonna give it to you. So one, I'm gonna dismiss that thing where you said she brings it all back. We can talk about that later. So currently, you gave the rebuttal with the narrative causation thing, blah blah blah. I said, okay, cool. So you disagreed that this is her narrative and she is doing these actions because of the narrative. I said, if she has a narrative and this narrative is being written down by DC, then still she is a part of the DC continuity. But inside of her narrative, she is just destroying what is represented as the rest of the DC continuity, but she is still a part of it.
Okay.
So meaning this representation is different from the actual thing.
Okay, focus. Even if you make that the argument, that can still help me out because if she destroys the rest of the continuity besides herself, then that just means that everybody else in DC is still dead.
What?
And that still fulfills my claim. So thank you. That doesn't do shit.
Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. Because then that puts it into question whether or not this representation of the continuity is actually literally everything.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. If she's still the only one left after that, then whether it's everything or not doesn't matter because she already destroyed everything else. Like the fuck?
Okay, so you're saying that this guy who's the...
route.
All right. So you're saying that wait. So you're saying that this guy who doesn't this guy's being represented as the DC continuity isn't actually everybody or everything?
I didn't say that. I said
You did. You said even if that is the case. Okay,
yeah.
so you're not even trying to argue that it isn't the
If
case.
I'm saying that hypothetically speaking, if this was
Mhm.
the case, then my point would still go through because there's a second route. So basically, I don't know if you've like ever like heard of arguments that have two evidences, and if one evidence doesn't go through, the other one can basically back up for the first evidence, right? That's why you have multiple
That's not the case right here.
for your claims, right? So what I'm saying is that even if that dude isn't all of the continuity, whatever, that doesn't matter because in the other scan it literally says that she's the only one left. Therefore, that means that
Wait.
everything else will still be gone, regardless of what that character represents. Like what?
Okay, hold on. That's a different thing. But what I originally put into question is whether this guy right here, this character, because I thought that she was trying to just destroy this character because that character encompassses all of
No,
DC.
that's not how it went. It was
okay, cool. So wait, what is this guy supposed to mean? Because you already agreed that he basically like.
I said, I think that it represents the DC content. I said, I don't.
So you're not even sure?
I don't remember. I read the fucking the volume like a year and a half ago. I don't really.
That's
remember.
weird. So it's kind of one you you did agree that he does represent the DC continuity. You didn't say you think, right? Two, it very clearly does represent the DC continuity. So if this is the thing that she's trying to destroy, if it's clearly the DC continuity, and you just agreed to the possibility that due to the contradiction I provided that this isn't actually everything in the continuity, then how do you know that she destroyed literally everything?
Oh my! So focus. I'm convinced.
You're talking about the second scan, right?
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm convinced you're retarded because you're not listening.
No, you're not understanding. I'm just trying to draw like a difference between this representation and everything else, right?
Okay. So look,
and then I'll address the second scan.
But focus. I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. So you asked me, how would I know, even if like she doesn't destroy this fucking hat thing that's supposed to represent DC? How would I know that she still destroyed all DC? Literally, the second scan would support that. I just told you that evidence 2 backs up evidence would be a backup for evidence 1. Even if evidence 1 doesn't go through, I have another evidence that would support the claim, right? So now, if it's saying that she's the only one left and she's trying to recreate all of the continuity back so everything's back in order or whatever the case may be, right? That justifies her destroying all of DC. So now we can just go to conclusions because your argument doesn't go anywhere.
Wait. I was only talking about the first scan. I can address the second scan, but the first scan on its own doesn't hold up. But if it is actually,
I already told you that
justified in the second scan.
So look,
I already provided a contradiction to the. Yeah, that shit isn't gonna work.
Bro.
You tried to insult me, but your mic was cutting out. That's
first scan doesn't.
Anyways, that shit isn't gonna work for you.
But that is the case. Like what? I said it's supporting evidence.
So this scan, the only thing I put into question was that this scan the very first scan you show. I'm gonna go scan by scan. Was that this representation of the DC continuity actually is the continuity? I provided a contradiction, so it's not. So GG's, that's already one contradiction. Wait, hold on. I guess. Okay, cool. You guess. Cool. Anyways.
No, it's
okay, it's not okay, cool. Anyways. And then you said this is further supported by the second scan. Okay, cool. She said, where'd everybody go? She's talking about she has a pen and paper. Cool. Well, this is the end of the world. I don't know what the world would mean. By everybody, is she referring to everybody in DC? If so, go ahead and prove that. I don't see how this actually suffices your claim.
Like, what?
Why is it obvious?
This 5 times. I don't know why you're trying
to wait, no. How'd you establish it? And why is it obvious?
How did I establish it? I made it my argument. What? I said that.
Yeah, but you didn't actually justify it. The fuck? You just said it was the case. That's not justification for why it is the case.
Okay, so focus. I guess you don't know what a burden of rejoinder is. A burden of rejoinder.
A burden of rejoinder?
My claim. So if you don't respond to my claims, we move on past.
Wait. Hold up. Your claim was that she's talking about everybody in DC in this scan, and I said, cool, I can address that in a second. I'm going to first talk about the first scan, and then I'll move down to that to see if that actually justifies your second scan. Cool, you didn't have any issues with that. So everything that's being said in this second scan, I'll go and address that. What?
I told you going scan by scan would be useless because that person.
You didn't say that. Wait, no. Yeah, you did say.
They would get it on recording.
Wait, no. You did say that. You still talking, bitch. Shut your disgusting ass up. Anyway, you did say that the second scan goes along with your first scan, but I said no. Let me just address this one little thing inside of this scan, that being this DC continuity guy, which this DC continuity guy has nothing to do with the second scan, by the way. I just want to address how this actually isn't the real DC continuity. I already slammed you on that badly. Anyway, and then I said, okay, cool. Now that that's addressed, I'll just go ahead and look at the second scan, and I'll see if it actually does infer the first scan or not, or if it does correlate. So, anyways, now we're on that. Since I just beat the shit out of you on that, so go ahead and prove that everybody in this case means the whole DC
funny,
continuity. What's funny?
Okay, look.
What's funny?
I'll do this, and then we can just have Becky give his opinion. So, when I initially stated, if somebody's recording, we can go back and recording and say this. I said I'm getting multiple evidence because one scan alone wouldn't be able to. That first scan alone wouldn't be able to prove it. But I'm gonna show events that happen within it, and then boom, it's gonna prove it. So I said the evidence was just that the title itself talks about it, and then I said that that's what basically the topic is, right? And then I said that
the title it's no. I just addressed. He just repeated himself. He just said, "Well, I said go and scan my scan be dumb because the first scan not being enough to prove it.
I'm
Therefore, I need the
revising what
second scan."
happened because I want to move on because you're not actually addressing.
You wanted to move on from what?
Like the fuck, I'm trying.
I'm not addressing it. I don't think you addressed what I said.
Oh my god! Look,
it is on recording too. I'm recording right now. You're getting bitched. Oh, you voice cracked too. Let's go with that.
Look, I'm coming. Look.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that, bro.
I'm coming to. What's it called? I don't even know how to fucking pronounce the word. I'm think of a word, but I can't pronounce it.
Consensus?
No, it's not a consensus. I'm trying to basically point at to when I actually made the claim. What I did earlier, right? So I said personally, right, that the first piece of evidence isn't gonna claim it. So I'm sending multiple scans and addressing them one by one wouldn't do shit because the other scan is gonna basically back it up, right? So then basically that there's a black space is blank, right? And she's the only one there, and I said that justifies all of DC being gone. Right, and then
you did say really yo Quintz
from it, and I'm saying yo
Quintz
like what the fuck?
Okay, okay, two things. One, you're retarded because yes, you did claim it's a black void, that means it's everything. Oh, she did say everybody, that means everything. You were reading the scan. I said I literally said okay, chill out, bro. I said, okay, cool, I'll address that in a second. I just want to establish one thing. I wasn't trying to address whether or not the first scan actually does, my bad. I was addressing whether or not this representation of DC is actually the whole DC continuity. I just want to establish that. That has nothing really to do, I don't think, it does, but this scan, that's the main thing, right, that you were trying to portray, because this guy's portrayed to be the DC continuity. So I wanted to just address how that. Shut your bitch ass up. Anyway, I wanted to just address how this guy right here wouldn't actually be the DC continuity. Beat you up on that, and you said, "Well, no, it's in the first scan." I wasn't addressing with this scan. The first scan, the only thing I was addressing was that this guy is not the DC continuity. I wasn't actually addressing yet. I was going to get to that after whether or not she actually destroyed everything, right? So I just wanted to point out, beat you up on it, that this guy right here, not the actual DC continuity. Cool. So then you said, well, no, because in the second scan, she did destroy everybody. That wasn't what was in question. What was in question was whether that guy is actually the DC continuity.
Said it doesn't matter. That was my.
It doesn't matter? Okay, so it doesn't matter that guy's not the DC continuity? Okay, cool. So that's a contradiction of what she said. You did say he is the DC continuity, and I literally told you. Wait, everybody here. No, you didn't say you think. That's funny. Anyways.
I don't know for certain if that.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Hey,
I think it is, but I never said for certain that is.
You still talking. Shut up. What it is. Shut up, dog. The fuck?
If we record it, it's in there.
He's still talking. He's still talking. He's still talking.
The reason why I said he didn't.
Why is he still talking?
The second part.
No.
It doesn't matter whether or not he represents it or not. We just go to conclusions. Like what the fuck?
Quiet down.
Deceive none of my arguments.
Quiet down. Infinity and Shaggy. So
give your conclusion.
Wait. No. Not conclusions. I just want to ask you something. Just for see if you remember. So Did I not ask him? I was trying to establish. I was like, okay, does this guy represent the DC continuity? He's like, yeah, sure. And then wait. And then I said, okay, does that mean that this guy would have every single person in DC's ability, hacks, and knowledge? He said, yeah. Basically asserting that this character would be everything in DC. And then I provided a contradiction to that. He conceded to that. He's like, okay, that's fine. That wouldn't really matter. So you said it wouldn't matter because she did destroy everything anyway. That's a separate claim. I just wanted to put into question whether or not this is the whole DC continuity. I don't give a fuck if it mattered to towards your actual argument. I just put that into question because I can. And then I said, okay, cool. We can address the second scan where you claim she destroyed everybody. And 2, there wasn't even a burden of rejoinder timer that we agreed to. But it isn't burden of rejoinder in the first place, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this nigga's dumb. He doesn't know how burden of rejoinder works. There's no timer for
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Sonny. You already got beat up.
Okay,
I
got a conclusion. So
we can go to conclusions. You want to state your conclusion?
You never fucking did anything. Okay, yeah, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So I think that there's basically I think there's a misunderstanding on basically Fokus's end, right? Because early in the debate, I've already established that the scans I'm sending, there's no point in attacking them one by one, because I have something that supports basically the whole thing, right? So one scan leading to the other scan, at least other scan, so they're all connected. Yet then one can basically provide a stronger basis than the other one, right? So he asked me a question. He asked me if that DC, the fucking motherfucker with the DC shaped fucking body represents all the continuity. Well, I think or something like that. It didn't really matter if I asserted he did or not, because the claim at hand is whether or not she destroyed the whole continuity, right? So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he debunks that person being all of the continuity. If everyone in DC is gone and it's just a blank space, which I've already stated in the debate, which was never addressed, that if it's black and everybody's gone, then she would have erased all of DC and she would have to, bring back the continuity. One of his arguments talked about how, she could have just destroyed all the other parts of continuity besides her continuity or whatever the fuck he said. I said that doesn't matter because that still justifies the claim at hand, which is that she destroyed all of DC. No matter which way you look at it, no matter what argument that Fokus brought up, it didn't debunk me because the other evidence basically overrid his debunk. That's my conclusion.
Okay. Am I unmuted? Okay, cool. So basically, he tried to say that, my debunks towards the first scan doesn't really matter because verbatim, he said it's overridden by the second scan. I said verbatim that I want to go scan by scan. He said it's dumb to go scan by scan because both of these scans correlate to each other. The correlation he's trying to make is that she destroyed all of the DC continuity. I was addressing the first scan first. I wasn't even putting into question yet anyway, because that was the second point that I was dismissing until I debunked the first scan, that she destroyed everything, everybody, the second scan, etc. And I said, this guy right here is represents as a DC continuity. He said, yes. And then I put into question, I said, okay, this would mean that this character has all the scaling, all the abilities, and all the knowledge of every single DC character and would encompass all of DC. He then agreed, said yeah. So I put forth a contradiction to that. Saying that this is not the actual DC continuity. It's just like a representation, meaning and Harley Quinn is not a part of that. So then that puts into question whether or not this would include everybody in DC like his original claim was. So I put into question this character, not her erasing everything yet. Because again, that's the second point. Because this character seemed very interesting. So that's completely separate. And then the second scan, he tried to bring up how, well, it doesn't matter because everybody's gone anyway. Again, not what I put into question yet. I literally said we can talk about that after I already addressed this continuity guy or this DC guy in the first scan, because that's all I wanted to address so far. And he didn't really contend that. He kind of just let me go back up, beat the shit out of him on that point. And then he tried to call a burden of rejoinder because I didn't contend the second scan yet, even though we already established that I'm going to go beat him up on the first scan first before I beat him up on the second scan. So That's my conclusion. Why did I win Infinity?
Yo, Infinity. Bro, hold
Yo,
up.
Shaggy, why did I win?
Hold up, wait. Infinity.
Okay.
Nigga, putting noodles on this, bro. I'm putting noodles on the stove. Give me a break.
Did you hear my conclusion?
In
Noodles
the
on the
stove?
stove?
What the fuck?
I heard everything. I heard
In the
everything.
stove?
Infinity,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
weird
yeah.
as hell.
Infinity,
Noodles
go
on
to
the
DMs.
stove?
On the stove, not
DMs.
in it. On the stove.
Infinity.
That's still
Infinity,
weird.
go
I
to
thought you said
DMs.
in the stove.
Shaggy, what Shaggy?
Go to DMs.
As in call or text.
Okay. Okay, they discussing in DMs right now why I won, so I'm gonna be here for a few minutes. I'm gonna read the chat.
Go call Shaggy. I'm about to call Shaggy real quick.
Bro said they discussing why I won. What the fuck?
I
And why is Quince on mute? Did you just instant mute him?
I don't fucking know. yeah, I mute him. I mute
Perm
him, Sonic.
abuse.
All right, now I'm.
Perm abuse.
I don't even got
Oh my
perms.
god.
I don't even give a fuck about this
Oh,
shit.
Quince. Wait, yo, Focus. Can you judge me versus D1?
Uh,
Debate?
after this, yeah.
Alright.
Gay
We're not
niggers.
debating because honestly, we can just postpone. I don't give a fuck. I got shit I gotta do.
Yo,
Anyway.
finally, bro.
It took too long.
Alright, nice BOR.
Postponed?
Nice BOR, dude. Alright, somebody disconnect him. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Nah, I'm just joking. We can postpone. It's fine.
I got shit I gotta do, bro. So if I don't give a fuck. Honestly.
Okay,
So
bet.
you can
Yo,
go
Focus,
to-
go to
Yeah, so
Almighty. Yo, Focus, go to Almighty and Almighty Fat Boys.
Okay, hold up. Quince, I don't even. I was gonna just agree with the thing, but I kind of just want to be annoying. But I don't think DC has any good scaling or hacks anyway. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
You'll see when I send it.
I think DC is weak.
I'm
Quince,
only
drink
using
some
Holly.
fucking water and see if anything changes.
Nigga, I just drunk some fucking juice and shit, bro. I've been drinking water
Holy
today.
fuck.
Anyways, yo,
I
Reaper, do you
told
want to
you,
debate? You can get up on stage.
Like what the fuck?
Actually, fuck. I gotta
You should use
judge.
middle
I gotta
weapons.
judge D1. Okay, sure. Do you agree to Archie judging?
Wait, y'all about to debate right now?
No. Oh, why not?
Yo, y'all debate too much.
Who's y'all?
Invite
What
me
the
up to the
fuck?
stage. Okay, cool. Reaper, do you
Who
agree
is
to Archie
y'all?
judging?
All right, I'm finna leave VC. We're gonna postpone because nigga, I got shit to do. I gotta do. I gotta get off this one.
Yo, Sid Wu, wasn't you talking shit about like me and Infinity in that one GC saying that we get beat up by randoms? Like, bro, what? Never mind.